I was thinking about, man, am I gonna die?
You go down there and you're like, wow, these guys have like nothing. I mean, I have a shed in my backyard that's bigger than their house.
If they have anything against each other, you know, they'll take it out on the dance floor instead of out there, you know, fighting.
It hasn't hindered me at all as far as music. I always look in life with a positive attitude.
If they sit around all day, then they will become a couch potato.
Welcome to Arizona 5 Great Kids, a holiday special. I'm Bill Baer. Over the last year, we've covered a lot of kids, Arizona 5 great kids who are doing positive things and making a difference. Sit back and enjoy some of our favorites. Since music is such a big part of the holiday season, let's start with a young man with magical fingers who got his start at a Valley Boys and Girls Club.
I used to go over there and play basketball, pool, everything they have there. I started when I was about 8 years old, and I've had a scholarship from then, from 8 till about age 15. And they've paid for all my lessons, music, books, concerts, just everything.
Bill Schwartz III is not just an accomplished pianist. This great kid from the Sands Boys and Girls Club in Northwest Phoenix is also a composer. His talent was discovered at an early age.
I was about 5 years old, and I guess I was watching like Fraggle Rock or a kid's show, and my favorite song came on, so I ran and I got like the little toy piano out of the toy box, and I started playing along with it, and my parents just saw it and they're like, let's get him a real piano.
The 17-year-old phenom plans on attending ASU's College of Music and then becoming a movie, TV music composer.
My dad and I were watching the movie Amadeus, and then they flipped him over, and he was laying on his back, and he crossed his hands, and he started playing. And my dad was like, go do that.
And with his love for movie music, this great kid knows how to put on a show of his own.
So I went in there, and I tried a few things, and it actually worked.
Loading a CD is about the extent of my musical skills, but with the right teachers, even an old dog can learn new tricks.
Music is not the easiest of careers to take, but definitely, I'm going to look into it, see what I can do.
Right now, what Ray Robertson and Anthony Valencia do is play a couple of mean trombones. Both started in elementary school and now play in the Moon Valley High School Jazz Band.
It's fun. It's very challenging. The music is just amazing.
For Anthony, it's music he grew up with.
My dad was a trumpet player, and my mom was a flute player. And I got to play with Miles Davis.
He's a legend. I'm just learning.
What you do is you want to tighten your corners right here, kind of like this snooty.
We're going to the country club.
Very nice, yes. Okay, now take the trombone, put it up to your mouth, corners tightened, and blow. Yes, not bad, not bad.
Ray's a good teacher and a good player. And if you haven't been paying real close attention, you might not have noticed his right arm.
Back in 4th grade, my original instrument that I wanted to play was actually the trombone, but I couldn't play it for, obvious physical reasons. But now, because I've just grown a lot more, and it just kind of just works, I can hold it right there, and it works out great. It hasn't hindered me at all as far as music. I always look in life with a positive attitude. And I mean, there's two types of people. You can sit there and sulk all your life, or you can try and, work and get something done.
Ray's quite a young man and very talented. He and Anthony both play in the Sedona Jazz on the Rocks Jazz Band. Some Scottsdale boys are also making a mark in the music biz by releasing their first CD before graduating high school.
Let's do it!
I came to town, I saw them over at a recording studio, and I just thought they were incredible, and they're writing great songs, they're writing great grooves. Then I started seeing them play live around, and I was just amazed. Guitar, bass, drums, vocals, everybody who sees them flips out in other bands. They're getting a lot of offers to go out with other bands because all the players see them and go, oh my God, Great.
Veteran record producer Jay Lean knows greatness when he hears it, and the Scottsdale band Chronic Future has grabbed his ears. Lean has worked with some of the best, Boys to Men, Sting, Monica, and he thinks these local 14 and 15-year-olds will be a big hit.
We didn't want it just to be a novelty act, you know, because sure they're young, but their stuff is really, it's great quality and the content is good and they're writing political songs, they're writing all kinds of stuff.
Chronic Future's appeal is so strong that Lean and some Scottsdale business partners formed Retrograde Records, a small underground label distributed by Sony to showcase the futuristic sound of these talented Arizona 5 great kids.
If you were to label our music, it could mostly be classified under alternative, with a little bit of punk, a little bit of funk, a little bit of rap, and a little bit of hip-hop. We all listen to totally different types of music, and when we get together and play, it all just comes together into one.
For these junior hires, bringing it all together is a little like one of their song titles, Surreal.
It's always been something I've thought of, but I mean, I never really thought it would happen, but I mean, here we are, and have a record contract and everything, so just like a dream come true.
This is Chronic Future's first release, on sale in record stores around the valley. Still to come, an 80s dance craze with a 90s twist, plus
Another bow! Actually a curtsy!
Great kids, those two wonderful words that make us all smile. And that's why we're proud to join with Channel 5 to recognize and celebrate great kids. At VIOD, we believe that the future is in the hands of today's children. This show will recognize and support young people who make us all proud. There's no better investment, nothing more important than our youth. So join us in honoring the great kids of the Valley.
welcome back to Arizona 5 Great Kids, a holiday special. You know, music comes in all styles, and how it moves you depends on the beat. You may not know what a breaker or a b-boy is, but on the west side, they're Arizona 5 Great Kids, putting on a show and fighting a problem.
Actually, I just get the crowd hype, you know what I mean? I'm known for that, hype rock, yeah.
When 15-year-old Robert Hype Rock Lopez hits the floor, everyone notices. He and the rest of the Arizona floor assassins are bringing back the lost art of breakdancing in a big way.
I'm kind of conceited, you know, about my whole crew, because, I mean, it's worth it, though, you know, I mean, we work so hard for this, you know, to call ourselves #1, you know, we'll beat these guys and we'll beat these guys, but, yeah, we're the best, man. We practice real hard. I mean, we deserve to be, you know, the best, I think.
And do they practice almost every night? They've even worn out the tile floor at the Maryvale Community Center. It's worth it. They've won numerous dance contests all over the country. These dedicated breakers and b-boys are also making an impact on the streets of West Phoenix.
What we want to do is build the communities together so that, you know, if they have anything against each other, you know, they'll take it out on the dance floor instead of out there, you know, fighting. It's an art. It's like a sport. It takes a lot of practice. You don't just wake up. You're a breakdancer.
And style is the name of the game in this sport.
Breakdancing is the power moves on the floor, flaring and head spinning, hand spinning, windmilling, and the b-boying concentrates a lot more on the style, making it look real nice and pretty.
And these great kids have the moves that attract new recruits everywhere they go.
Any way that we can help the community to keep the kids off the streets, that's our main concern and our goal.
I want to attract a lot of kids to doing this, and it does. I mean, we do shows, and I'm telling you, you know, they look at us and they want to do it, you know what I mean?
From moving to the beat to dancing across water, let's head to Firebird Lake. Another great day on the water. A little sun, a little fun, a little
I mean, you're out there and on the water.
But it doesn't stop there. 15-year-old Jenny Worthington and 16-year-old Lisa Worthington don't just have fun out there on the water. They dance on it, doing ski jumping, slalom, and even trick skiing.
You have to be very patient with that one, and you just do different runs with O's and 360s and wake turns.
Jenny and Lisa are on the water 5 days a week, which is fun for them, but not always well received by their friends when the school day is done.
They're sort of bummed that I'm not going to their house or anything, but they're pretty excited for me.
They say, gosh, you're going skiing again? They always want to come with me, and they want me to teach them how to ski and
They'd probably be good teachers. Lisa and Jenny just started skiing a few years ago, and in a few weeks, they'll be shooting for the state's biggest skiing prize of all.
It's exciting. It's a thrill.
Both girls did great in the state competition. Lisa took first in ski jumping, and Jenny took first in slalom and in trick skiing. If that isn't your cup of tea, how about an aerobics class taught by an 8-year-old?
Bend, over. At the first time I thought I can do this, I've had a lot of practice.
Every day during the summer, 7-year-old aerobic sensation Jackie Goris leads these Chandler YMCA day campers through a half hour of rigorous exercise.
Last time! If they sit around all day, then they will become a couch potato. Reach over.
So young Jackie's mission of physical fitness begins here with 60 other kids, some of them older than she. Well, that doesn't matter to Jackie. She has them jumping, stretching, and dancing without missing a beat.
They follow her very nicely, and it's amazing because I know when I was little and the older kids were like, you know, who are you to tell me what to do? But with her, it's like she's amazing. Everybody looks up to her.
Do your guitar!
But Jackie can't take all the credit.
I learned half of it from my dance teacher, and then I learned half of it from April. Roll your foot.
Oh, I love to work with her. She's so much fun. She makes it fun for the kids.
Other foot.
And they enjoy it. She knew what she wanted to do. I really didn't need to help her, just with a little technique of straightening the arms and pointing the toes and voice.
March in a circle.
And what workout would be complete without a rousing rendition of YMCA?
It's important because if you be healthy, be respectful for your body, and be responsible for your body, you can be your best all through your life. Another bow! Actually a curtsy!
After a workout with Jackie, how about kicking back and taking a trip down memory lane? Some Arizona 5 great kids provided the vehicle this summer at a Valley Youth Theater. It's a joy to join these kids for a trip down memory lane, a trip that everyone's taken before.
I've done a lot of shows that I've never heard of before, and this I think is even better because everyone knows Little Rascals and it's great.
Shake 'em away. You know the words very well, thank you.
Wendy Leonard is the leader of this troupe. 2.5 weeks ago, she welcomed a room full of kids to tryouts for the Grease Paint Scottsdale Youth Theater.
How are we gonna do that, Spanky? Just leave it to me. I didn't know if I was gonna get any of those parts.
10-year-old Andrew Martin did get one of those parts as Spanky, a role he really likes.
Because he's like a prankster and he likes to make all these jokes.
By the way, Spanky, what am I president of? What's the name of this club? The He-Man Woman Haters Club. The what?
David Cottrell is about to turn 12 and plays Alfalfa.
I just mostly try to think that I am the character and not a person playing it, and try to just get into him as best I can so I won't be nervous up on stage. I just try to think about him remember how bad he used to sing and try to act like that.
He also remembers how Alfalfa acts around Darla, the love of his life. The object of his desire in this performance is 13-year-old Katie Kilpatrick.
I like this play a lot, and I like my character, and it's fun.
Great moves, great actors, great kids. They're into stuff that draws a lot of attention. Coming up next, some Arizona 5 great kids who go the extra mile, not because of what they'll get out of it, but rather to make a difference in someone else's life.
I don't know how spiritual it is, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. You get a warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
Great kids create positive momentum, a positive energy that is so important to families all over the valley. That's why we must do all we can to help the kids pursue their dreams.
They aren't in gangs, they don't do drugs, they aren't in trouble. They're Arizona 5 great kids. And during this holiday season, let's spotlight just a few of them who are truly in the spirit of giving, not just around the holidays, but year-round. They understand it is better to give than to receive.
Okay, have you cut the 322s yet?
No.
Okay, cut the 322s first.
Okay.
It's hard to believe that how they live, and they don't really mind too much. They live with it.
Where's the 22, Dad?
You're not prepared for it. You go down there and you're like, wow, these guys have like nothing. I mean, I have a shed in my backyard that's bigger than their house. I mean, and nicer too.
That's why these Arizona 5 great kids from the Orangewood Presbyterian Church make the trek to Rocky Point in Mexico twice a year.
They said we're going to be building houses, and I thought building houses, that's a pretty big task for senior highs. But we got down there and we did it. We built houses for them. Built 3 that week, actually, in 3 days.
That's pretty standard.
They get to choose sometimes how many windows they want.
Oh yeah, depending which wall they want.
And where they want it on.
These handy youngsters give up their vacations to drive nails, mix cement, and cut 2x4s. Eventually, their labors result in an 11 by 22 foot framed house. And guess what the toughest job is?
Mixing cement is probably the worst.
Why?
It's just so much, and you have to go over and get the water, and it's just a big, long process, and your arms hurt really bad after you're done.
But those sore muscles are soon forgotten when a needy family moves out of a thatched shack like the one on your left and into their newly framed, stuccoed, roofed, and weatherproofed home. These Arizona 5 great kids know it's worth it because they're making a difference.
I don't know how spiritual it is, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. You get a warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
It's faith, basically. You know, they share the same faith. Might not be exactly the same, but they believe something too. And, you know, it's like God shows up in different ways, and, you know, maybe God's sending us down there, and that's how they're seeing God.
And all God's people said,
Amen! You know, sometimes we don't give kids enough credit. They aren't old enough or mature enough. But for one little girl, she didn't have a choice. A cruel twist of fate put her behind the 8 ball. Did that slow her down? No way. She had the faith, the family support, and the will to win.
I was thinking about, man, am I gonna die?
Sarah Maurer is only 12, but in her short life, she's been through a lot.
When I was 7 years old, I had cancer in my stomach, and I had to have surgery, and they opened me up, and there was so much cancer that they couldn't take it out.
A year of chemotherapy put the cancer in remission, but it also presented more problems.
We went to the playground one day, and I was bald, and there was a boy who was teasing me about how I looked like a boy, so my sister threw sand in him because he was being very bad.
Kids can be mean, but not Sarah. These Christmas cards are one of the ways she gives something back.
Once a year, all the kids with cancer or had cancer come to draw cards, Christmas cards, for raising money for the Cancer Center.
Sarah's helped raise $10,000 for the hospital and just recently went to Washington, D.C. to be inducted into the Kids Hall of Fame.
Sarah Maurer, come on down.
I got to see all the monuments. I got a plaque and a medal and a $10,000 scholarship for college. I'm going to use my scholarship money to become a child life specialist. And what that is a person who goes to the playroom in the hospital and works with kids with play therapy and just things like helping them go through what they're going through and telling them their next procedure and how it's going to be.
But for now, this poster child just wants to be a kid, a normal, healthy kid like everyone else.
I love riding horses, playing basketball, singing, playing instruments.
Sarah's quite a young lady. Up next, the Valley's best young voices fight a battle of their own when Arizona 5 Great Kids, a holiday special, continues.
We know what happens when children are ignored and abused. Their lives are destroyed, and that affects our community in many ways. When we all do our part, as parents and concerned citizens, we can make the difference. All it takes is a little extra effort. I encourage everyone to do your part by donating your time and money to the programs that help kids, because together we can ensure a bright future with great kids.
What a year it's been. Arizona 5 Great Kids are all around us, and we're proud to bring them to you. We say goodbye with the holiday sounds of the Phoenix Boys Choir and a story that aired earlier this month. From all of us here at Arizona 5, thanks for joining us and happy holidays. That's the Phoenix Boys Choir a week ago when they shared the stage with the world-renowned Boston Pops at America West Arena.
It was fun. I liked singing with the orchestra. They sound really nice.
It was also quite an honor, one that's well-deserved. These Arizona 5 Great Kids are the cream of the crop.
As far as the choir goes, my piano teacher pretty much started me with that once we discovered that I had a decent voice.
That led to an audition and a spot in one of the 4 singing groups that make up the Phoenix Boys Choir. More than 170 boys are involved, and what they learn goes beyond the lyrics.
Work well with people, and it teaches you music and math and everything. So you can use everything that you learned here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've always been interested in music. I play piano, I play trumpet. I do a lot of other musical activities along with the choir.
And choir takes up a lot of time. These kids practice twice a week for a total of 5 hours. In addition to that, they have other things they must do.
You don't scream. You rest your voice, you get lots of rest. And like during the winter season, you dress warmly so you won't catch colds.
The payoff? Performing.